Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new here, oh man, pull up a chair because today we're talking about Demon Slayer Season 1, Episode 24, Rehabilitation Training. And I swear this episode hit me right in the soul. Like I finished it, paused, stared at the ceiling for a solid 5 minutes, and just went, wow. So grab your tissues, your green tea, your Haiori, whatever you need, because we're diving in, and I promise I'm going to take you through every single moment without skipping the little things that made me tear up or scream at my screen. Okay, first things first, the episode starts right where 23 crushed us. We open on Tanjiro, still knocked out cold in that bed, bandaged up like a mummy, and the camera just lingers on his face for a second. You can hear the soft breathing, the little creak of the butterfly mansion's wooden floors, and I'm already emotional because this boy has been through absolute hell. Like, he fought an upper moon, guys, an upper moon, and he's still breathing. That alone deserves a slow clap. Then we get this gentle, almost lullaby-like version of the Butterfly Mansion theme, and the camera pans over to show Nezuko's box just sitting quietly in the corner of the room. No music sting, no dramatic zoom, just there. And something about how calm it is made my chest tight, because after all the chaos of the last arc, the silence feels precious. Cut to Zenitsu, our favorite human thunderstorm, absolutely losing his mind because he heard there are cute girls in the Butterfly Mansion. Classic Zenitsu. He's hobbling around on his little spider-bitten legs, yelling about how he's in paradise, and I'm over here like, bro, you literally almost died. Calm down. But also, mood. The second he spots Aoi, he goes full sparkle eye mode, and Inosuke, who is of course shirtless and wearing his boar mask indoors like a feral raccoon, just barrels past him yelling, "Move it, Gonpachiro!" I swear Inosuke's voice actor deserves every award for the amount of raw chaos he brings to every single line. Speaking of Inosuke, can we just appreciate how he's already trying to fight everyone even though both his arms are in casts and his ribs are basically powder? This man wakes up from a coma and his first thought is, I need to punch something immediately. Iconic. Zero notes. Then we get the softest, sweetest scene with Kanao. She's just sitting there, flipping that coin, same as always, and Tanjiro, who's finally awake, thank goodness, watches her with those big, gentle eyes of his. You can see the exact moment he decides he's going to befriend her, because that's just who Tanjiro is. He doesn't see a quiet, emotionless girl. He sees someone who might be hurting. And when he asks Shinobu about the coin thing later, the way Shinobu's smile doesn't quite reach her eyes, the little details in the show murder me. All right, fast forward a bit and we get the official introduction to functional recovery training, or as I like to call it, Tanjiro Zenitsu and Inosuke get absolutely humiliated by tiny children, and I have never laughed harder in my life. First up is the reflex training with Kanao and Aoi. They've got these cups of medicated tea, and the rule is if you get splashed, you drink it. And guys, this tea smells like Satan's armpit. I'm talking eye-watering, nose hair singeing levels of bad. Zenitsu takes one whiff and starts crying. Inosuke, of course, chugs it like it's chocolate milk and then immediately regrets every life choice that led him to this moment. The faces he makes, I had to pause because I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. Tanjiro, bless his pure soul, actually manages to touch the cup a few times, but Kanao is on another plane of existence. The girl moves like water. Every time Tanjiro thinks he's got her, she just isn't there anymore. And the quiet tsu sound when she flips her coin to decide whether to try, chills. Literal chills. Next is the stretching game with Sumi, Kyo, and Naho, those adorable little triplets who are apparently made of rubber and spite. They contort the boys into positions that should not be physically possible. And the screaming! The screaming! Zenitsu is crying, Inosuke is trying to headbutt the children and failing, and Tanjiro is just gritting his teeth going, this is for Nezuko, this is for Nezuko, while his spine makes sounds like bubble wrap. I felt that in my 30-year-old back, okay? But here's where the episode starts shifting from hilarious to heartbreaking. We get these little quiet moments where Tanjiro sits with Nezuko's box at night, talking to her, even though she's asleep. He tells her about the training, about how strong everyone is, about how he's going to get better so he can protect her. And his voice cracks just a little when he says he misses her voice. I'm not crying, you're crying. Then there's the full-body training tag game against Aoi and Kanao, and this is where Tanjiro really starts to struggle. Aoi is fast, Kanao is basically untouchable, and our boy is getting frustrated. You can see it in the way his brows furrow, the way he clenches his fists. This isn't just about losing a game anymore. This is about him realizing how far he still has to go, how many people are stronger than him, how he might not be ready the next time a demon comes for his family. And that hits him hard. There's this one moment where he's sitting alone after another loss, head hanging, and he whispers, "I'm still not good enough." And the music just stops. Everything goes quiet except the cicadas outside. I felt that line in my bones, guys, because that's the core of Tanjiro, right? He never thinks he's enough. Even after everything he's done, everything he's survived. But then, oh my God, then we get the Shinobu scene, the one that wrecked me completely. Tanjiro asks her about the total concentration breathing thing because he's noticed that Kanao can use it constantly, and he wants to know how. And Shinobu, sweet, smiling Shinobu, gives him the softest, most gentle explanation about total concentration constant, but there's this undercurrent of sadness the whole time. She talks about how hard it is, how it requires breaking yourself over and over until your body just accepts it. And when she says, you have to keep choosing to do it every single moment, with that tiny smile, I lost it. Because you know she's talking about herself, too. You know she's talking about Kanai, about never letting the anger win, never letting the grief stop her from smiling. And then she drops the bombshell. Tanjiro can already use total concentration better than she can. This boy who thinks he's not good enough is already surpassing a Hashira in one aspect. The quiet pride in her voice when she says it, the way Tanjiro's eyes go wide, I could watch that scene 100 times. Cue the training montage of all training montages. Tanjiro blowing up those gourds like his life depends on it, because it kind of does. The way the animation shows the air pressure, the little veins popping in his neck, the pure desperation on his face. And every time he fails, every time the gourd doesn't break, he just sets it down, takes a breath, and tries again. No whining, no giving up, just again. We get these little interludes with Zenitsu and Inosuke, too. Zenitsu actually trying for once because he wants to impress the girls. Same, king. And Inosuke just straight up headbutting the gourds because, of course, he does. The first time one of his explodes, he starts laughing like a maniac and yelling, "I'm the strongest!" while Tanjiro just smiles softly in the background. Found family, man. Found family. And then, the moment we've all been waiting for, he's standing there with the biggest gourd, hands shaking, sweat dripping down his face, and you can hear his heartbeat in the soundtrack. The music swells, the camera zooms in on his eyes, and he does it! He freaking does it! The gourd explodes into 1,000 pieces, and the look on his face, guys, he doesn't cheer, he doesn't celebrate, he just sinks to his knees and starts crying. Quiet, grateful tears, because he finally feels like he took one step closer to being able to protect the people he loves. The episode ends on this perfect quiet note, Tanjiro sitting with Nezuko's box again, telling her he did it, that he's getting stronger, and for the first time in a long time, he sounds like he believes it. The moonlight's coming through the window, the cicadas are singing, and you just know, this boy is gonna be okay. I'm not gonna lie, when the credits rolled, I just sat there sniffling like an idiot. This episode is everything Demon Slayer does perfectly. Laugh out loud funny one minute, making you ugly cry the next. The comedy never undercuts the emotion, and the emotion never feels cheap. Every tear is earned. Every laugh hits harder because you care so much about these idiots. Rehabilitation training isn't about big demon fights or crazy action, though that tag game animation is buttery smooth. It's about healing, about what comes after the battle, about picking yourself up when your body is broken and your heart is heavier than it's ever been, and choosing every single day to keep going. And if that isn't one of the most beautiful messages I've ever seen in anime, I don't know what is. So yeah, episode 24, 10 out of 10. No notes. I'm going to go rewatch it and cry again. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? Go watch it right now. And if you have, let me know in the comments which part destroyed you the most. Was it Tanjiro crying over the gourd? Shinobu's quiet pride? Inosuke headbutting everything in sight? I need to know I'm not the only one still recovering. All right, that's it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out, for letting me ramble about my favorite water-breathing sunshine boy for way too long. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong out there, guys, and keep moving forward.